What's going on, guys? It's Life with Gator here. We're back with yet another video. This is all recorded the same day as the first two. Just a little disclaimer. So I know I haven't had a cold for 2 weeks. It's easier to do it this way and get it all, break up the videos so they're a little shorter for you guys to watch, but also get more done while I'm in the garage. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, moving forward, this episode we're going to get this seat off of there. As you can see, this back is only held on by one bolt there, so that shouldn't be too hard to get off. I don't know, this is all part of the bottom. These are here, and the bottom appears to be held on by two screws, and there's plywood on the bottom there that doesn't look so hot. So we're going to keep moving forward, and we're going to get that off of there. So I'll set you up in the makeshift stand that I got. Alright, so now that you're in your stand and you can see everything, I believe these are 3/8, but 10mm will work too. Oh, and she is rusty. So that may be get a little extension on there. That just may be spinning within the chair. Well, maybe it'll loosen. Looks like there was rivets in the back there too. May just have to kind of put a lot of pressure on it, because it's probably just going to want to spin within the seat, because it's, she's pretty rotted. I don't know if there was a nut inside the seat, which that would be worst case scenario. Yeah, there was a nut inside the seat. So yeah, it was just going to keep spinning. So anyway, we have the back of the seat off. Kind of just had to remove it by force. And yeah, I don't know if there's any saving for this. I'm sure they make some sort of retro looking one off of on eBay or something I can find, where it kind of gives it the same look. I'm worried about those bottom nuts. Put this over in the, I guess, garbage pile. I'm worried about those bottom nuts kind of being the same situation here. Let's give them a try. This one appears to be coming out. Possibly. No, that's just spinning as well. Oh boy. Yeah, the seat is definitely, that's what I was most worried about was, oh boy. So basically there's little nuts inside of there that are just spinning. So yeah, we're just gonna have to pull this off of there, as sad as it is. At least the frame's in decent shape beneath the seat. We'll take a closer look at that. So, take a look underneath the seat. These are the supports. They're not too bad, I think, with a sandblast. They'll clean up just fine. This can be straightened back, and I think I'm going to weld it back to there. There's actually some sort of identification plate on there. I wonder if I take a little bit of shop towel and clean that off, what it would show me. Well, shop towel, brake clean, same thing. Production date, serial code date. All right, so if we can get in here and take a little closer look here. This cart was made in 8 of 98, it looks like it says there. It's got a model number there of 391-80750. Made of eight of 98, I believe that says. But yeah, 391-80750. So yeah, maybe we could find some more information on this cart when it was brand new. So anyway, let's get back to looking at the frame here. You can see there's still some wood left over. This all appears that it'll sandblast up just fine, and we can maybe have to weld a little bit here, but once we get all the rust off of there, it'll look a little better. Obviously, it's tough for all this metal in this area to be in good shape because of the fact that there is a seat that's holding water just sitting on top of it. This was re-welded at one point already. So like I say, I think I might, if I could straighten this out and just weld it right to the back plate there, that would be best case scenario. But yeah, having the seat off is nice. I'm going to have to get the cutting wheel in here, and we'll have to cut that and kind of make that look a little better. And yeah, we could probably do that in this episode. Alright, so we got our cutting wheel here. Kind of a little sketchy setup. I got my safety glasses on, safety first. And yeah, we're going to give this a go, cutting these off and enjoy the footage. Alright, so that didn't go so bad. You got the tearing this thing down is not going so bad at all, actually. I might, next step I might take this steering wheel off. We might be able to do that in this episode. And then the fabrication is going to begin. We almost got this thing all the way stripped down here in the back. But like I say, the fabrication is going to begin because we need to raise this steering wheel up, which means we're going to have to cut down here. And we're going to have to cut this weld off of this assembly here, which I think actually, once I take the steering wheel off, we should be able to pull this whole rod out. If I could bend that back in, pull the whole rod out, and then we can kind of make our adjustments from there. But I don't know really necessarily how I'm going to do this yet, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But yeah, we'll get the steering wheel off here in this episode. We got the seat off, got the bolts all cut out, so it's, you know, we're just stripping this frame right now. We'll probably take this off too in this episode, and kind of keep removing the throttle cable as we move our way up. And yeah, she's getting down to a frame. I'm going to have to drill these rivets out and keep this plate. Maybe put it somewhere a little more in the open. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. So let's get the steering wheel off. I believe that's also a 10 millimeter. It's probably all standard, but... Now this steering wheel is a pretty recent... I did this steering wheel in summer. So this is a pretty recent... when I first bought the machine back, the steering wheel was busted. So I put the steering wheel on in summer. So it's not that old of a setup on there. It should come off pretty easy. Getting the old steering wheel off was a lot of heating and banging, and then I just welded this steering wheel to the existing nut that was on there. Alright. If we take and tap that backwards, just like that, hold the washer, Get the washers on there and the nut. Kind of keeping a halfway organized stack of bolts right now. Alright, now this should pull off of there like so. We have our steering wheel off. We'll put that in the parts pile. So after my trial and error, it appears this is all one piece. So we may have to take this bolt out here, which is just spinning here, and see if we can't. I thought they were two separate. I thought this was just a sleeve, but apparently it is not. But yeah, we're gonna have to cut this off down here and kind of lengthen the whole thing up just a hair, which actually we might just leave this all connected, just loosen these jam nuts, which that one's loose already. That one probably wouldn't take much. Then we'll have to cut this off down here, which it's only welded on either side. Cut these off maybe up a little bit from where they're welded to the frame. Lengthen it all up to where I think there's going to be enough room with the steering wheel set up in the seat, which maybe that's like 5 inches maybe, we'll see. We'll loosen that, you know, get that up, and then we'll be able to actually sit on here and ride this thing. So anyway, in this episode you saw we removed the seat, we removed the steering wheel, we have a nice vice grip steering wheel on there now. The next episode we're just going to keep moving forward, getting this thing ready for sandblasting. If you like what you see, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.